we have a couple things here about this week's episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. We're talking Season 3, Episode 4, or as I like to call it, Elementary, Dear La'an San Diego. Kind of like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? But, we have La'an as a Carmen Sandiego-esque detective. This really is Elementary, Dear Data, just redone for Strange New Worlds. But there's a couple points of contention. First of all, I truly believe that we received yet another clue of La'an's augmented, enhanced status when they mentioned that she has defeated and beat all of the battle simulators, showing her tactical mind, her tactical acumen, if you will. So I think that's one thing. And also, the explanation for how they came up with the holographic models and the people that they put in here, not going to buy it, saying that it has to be people that were in the transporter buffer who had used the transporter on the ship. They could have used a whole lot of different people for that. But we have established that at least 2 years prior in this timeline, in universe chronology, that Starfleet has already had advanced holographic technology. If you think about the first 2 seasons of Discovery, they had holograms that could fool people. They could create holograms of individuals that would fool people that knew the real person, that could fool the sensors. Unless you were specifically scanning for body heat variations due to stress levels, these holograms would be realistic enough to fool people who knew who was being recreated. So there's that. So that lets me know that this the holodeck program system, whatever, it could have duplicated anyone, anything. It could have done it. So there wasn't any need for that explanation. And again, we have to keep in mind that Strange New Worlds is a Discovery spinoff. It takes place after the second season of Discovery. So, Discovery jumped forward into the future, again, for no good reason, in-universe reason, just, of course, behind the scenes. We had to get them out of the past because of all the continuity problems the show was creating. And so instead, we have Pike and Spock and Number One going back to the Enterprise, and we're having a show now following them in the current period, if you will, at this stage. And we're just going to run into all kinds of new continuity problems for 4.5 seasons total. So that's what I wanted to point out there. So again, La'an, she's if not truly superhuman and just holding back and not letting people know and holding out on her crew, she is at least enhanced to, maximum human potential. Kind of like in the comics, in the Marvel comics, Captain America with the super soldier serum. Not truly superhuman, but it's boosted him to the absolute pinnacle of potential human performance. So I'm thinking that La'an is that way as well. And again, even going back to the premiere episode of Strange New Worlds, there were hints to this when she refused the sedatives for that gene alteration treatment, which again, it's like, so we can go ahead and do genetic engineering, but if it's temporary. And next week's episode, I'll talk more about it when it actually comes out and I see it, but there's a preview available on the YouTubes and whatnot where, 4.5 Vulcans, and, they do the treatment, and La'an becomes a fully Vulcan individual, and there's a part where she says, I wish I had more time to make use of and utilize my Vulcan abilities. And, she kind of looks around, sort of a nudge, nudge, wink, wink expression, which is basically like, if I show off what I'm truly capable of now, people won't suspect anything because it would just be something that, they would expect a Vulcan to be able to do. So that'll be my cover, and I can really let loose and be myself for the first time. So let's just see how that plays out. And there you have it. Live long and prosper. Nanu, nanu. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.